Main goal completed. Run! Alright.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are?
Oh my
and
god.
why you look like you've
This
taken
again?
on a gladiator and lost?
Just proving that we looped this. I'm Funky G and we've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius and you're about to offer me to Soci Sentia so he can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem. Have to go.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh yeah? What's that? What the fuck is this? Zipline handlebar? What? Sure.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Probably, he says. Thanks again. I'll be going.
Alright, see you around.
So I have a zipline handle. So I can zipline now? This is a... Zipline. Whee! Okay. Shortcuts. Love a shortcut or two. Love that. Alright, so anyway. Alright. So I think what happened was I accidentally fucked up by making the election happen faster. Like I basically initiated the election early. I guess that tells me that maybe whatever happens at the vote is the problem. Whatever's about to happen at the vote is the real problem. At least that's what I'm assuming. That's what, like, that's when the whole... Maybe the vote itself isn't the problem, but like something that happens when the vote goes down is the problem. So yeah, there's that. Alright, let me go back in here and finish talking to her since I got interrupted by that whole thing happening.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is
Yeah.
dying? She's been poisoned.
Yeah, we know.
She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumbulatus decius won't give it to me.
That's cool. Sorry, I wish I could help.
It's too late. She just slipped away.
I was hoping to chat. Should I come back later?
No, now's fine. I can't afford to bother. And I need the distraction. What's on your mind?
Indeed. You get a gun in this game. So technically there is a gun I could have started the game off with, Pink Strike. I chose not to pick the gun, but it was an option. Is there other weapons in this game? I actually don't know. But as far as I know, I could have started with a gun. Anyway, let's just go through the rest of the list here since we got interrupted last time. But do you know a way out of here?
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Okay then. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it? Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Oh no. Sorry, I don't mean to worry you, but no, that is definitely not normal. There was one other person who claimed she could hear the statues talking to her. But that was Nevia, and she went a little mad.
Tell me more about this Navia.
Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too. Until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem. A real thorn in the paw situation.
Interesting.
One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Who that is?
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace.
Well, that'll be one of my goals. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, I suppose.
Alright, so we gotta figure out how to get in there, the palace, to see that one chick. Gotta figure out how to get the one, like, item from the dude at the shop who's being greedy. Those are things that I can do. And I guess we'll talk about Yulia, the dead lady, now? Also, enjoy your lunch, DJ. I'll be here talking to people, I guess.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Do you think she was poisoned, or was it self-inflicted?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and... so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
Okay. Do you know what poisoned her?
Hemlock, I believe.
Hemlock. Okay. That's a flower. Is there a reason why she might have wanted to die?
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas' villa, and they are quite secretive.
Okay. So the interesting thing about that name Malleolus is it popped up on my screen as somebody we could go blame for the problem, or like to be the bad guy, the person who caused the whole golden rule breakage. But I think that had to do with the election, and I missed out on that whole thing because I didn't actually go follow that other chick to see how the vote was going. Something must have been going on with Malleolus. He must be one of the people he's running for the new magistrate spot. But anyway, let's talk about something else.
Gladly.
Actually, I don't really have anything else I want to talk to you about, so we're good.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Unfortunately, I couldn't ask her about what she was eating, what she ate yesterday, Pink Strike, but I would have if I could have. Let's inspect her medical tools, I guess. A collection of barbaric-looking medical implements, including forceps and shears. What about her herb rack? Wooden rack containing various dried and ground substances. Mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the last 2 millennia. That's pretty much standard affair for a doctor to use in this bitch.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Thanks, Lucretia. I appreciate it. Apollo will save me. Can I talk to her? Search her? No items on Yulia. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we're done here with Lucretia for now. She gave us a couple of quests to check out, so we'll try to do that. Alright. Maybe we should go try and find this guy who is selling shit for too expensive. Is it this guy standing here? Probably. Anyway, we were talking about how if we brought the gun here, I could have, like, you know, became the king around here just by having a gun. But again, all they have to do is be like, shoot me, and there goes the golden rule, boy. We're all gold after that. So it's hard to rule with fear.
I bet it's worth a fortune.
Okay. Let's talk to him about it.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to
Salve.
our little slice of the empire. I'm Dacius.
Hi, Decius.
Terrible shame.
Decius the dickbag.
But we just have to carry on, don't we?
I need some of that silphium resin, homie.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii.
We don't have that around here. How would I come up with 1,000 denarii? Come on, man.
That's hardly my concern. But if you get a job, work hard, and save your coins, you should be able to afford it within, say, 5 years?
Wow. Anyway, you're price gouging over life-saving medicine? What's wrong with you, homie?
Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Wow. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That whisper, homie.
You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navia on our hands.
I already learned about Navia, but let's see what you have to say.
She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not?
I mean, I'd gladly take it. How about I just take it instead?
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot who lived here.
Is that what you want?
So the Whisper is telling me to take it and run. Huh. Do I take the advice of the Whispers? I suppose you're right. Is that what you want? If not, hand them over. Should I go for the bluff?
Do you think I don't know a bluff when I see one? Nice try.
Well, I tried to bluff. How about I just take it instead?
Well, if you did that, you'd break the golden rule, and we'd share the same fate as the last lot.
I wonder if I should just take it. I'm curious what happens if I say this. You don't know for sure. I'll take my chances.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. So I'm assuming if I walk up, you could just take it. But if I do steal it, am I breaking the golden rule? Like, will it just immediately trigger the whole golden rule thing? Like, I wonder. Alright, so it won't let me talk to him anymore. I guess I triggered. Who's he talking to? This guy?
You know why.
How am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
Alright. Obtaining a bow is apparently a thing I could do. Alright, well, what if I just take the fucking thing? Steal item. A bottle. Okay. Extremely... He is watching. Maybe I could take it without anybody knowing. Is that the same? If somebody doesn't know that I took it, would it still be the same? Alright, Georgius. I'm just going to keep talking to people for now. What's up, Georgius?
Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
Is it, though?
Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My nation doesn't exist yet. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. You'd never believe me if I told you. Let's just say that.
And now you make me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends.
Okay,
We will
Mr.
take
Clean.
much time
Thank
here
you.
To get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
I can always use more information. But yeah, it's basically fucking Mr. Clean up in this bitch. You right, punk? You right. Anyway, what's your story, Georgius?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Okay. Why set up a tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Pretty much. More or less.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
I guess it's not horrible. Fair enough, I suppose so.
Oh, and there is another reason too.
Oh, yeah?
If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
I guess that's fair. How'd you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Why don't you tell me what you do remember then?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming. then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
Huh. Very similar to how I ended up here, basically. Anyway, this guy sounds exactly like this guy named Martino, an a-hole you used to work with who was an Italian dude. I mean, this guy's got a very Italian accent, so, you know, if you know somebody who speaks English with that Italian accent, this guy probably sounds like him.
Anything you like.
Anything you like. Do you know a way out of here?
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
Did I say something the wrong thing?
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story.
And why don't you tell me then?
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
I can do that.
I admire your enthusiasm, my friend, but please allow me to explain why this is inadvisable. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Okay, got it. Interesting. And so what do you think about the rule?
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
And why do you say that?
Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades? He was the
Hades.
first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
Well, fair enough. And what can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, avoid doing what you would blame others for doing.
Okay. Sounds simple enough.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
Alright. I seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Magnificent indeed. Anyway, did I manage to die again yet? Not yet, DJ. Also, welcome to the stream, Omega. How you doing? Yo, Georgius, who you gonna vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus.
Malleolus.
I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Anything I can do to change your vote, homie?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Okay, well, for now, we'll leave it alone.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Alright, thank you, my friend. Fuck you, my friend! Fuck you! Alright, so anyway, that's a shop. That happened. Ceramic bowl. Crude ceramic bowl full of urine. Perhaps they saving it for something like bleaching clothes? No, that's probably just the public piss pot, if I had to guess. Alright, anyway, let's talk to this other guy who's over here painting or whatever. Oh. Peccator? Sinner. Who be sinning? Who this? What up, Virgil?
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
Okay, Virgil, what's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least
So now we got a German dude, right? This guy's German?
That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That kind of thing. But
That kind of
you
thing.
don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place?
Correct! I don't want to hear about shit! Nah, tell me about the city history, sure.
I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest
It
shrine
puzzles
in this
me.
avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Greeks and Romans, what does that mean?
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Alright, well, tell me about the architecture. Keep going.
Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
If they bring water into the city, could we use them to escape? Mm-hmm.
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Okay. See, this is why we talk to people about stuff, because you might learn something. Anyway, can confirm this guy's definitely German. Thanks, Pink Strike. You are also German. Nice. Take the urine. I am German, confirm. Anyway, tell us about that temple up on the bluff, homie.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery, given the way it's positioned so prominently. It's clear that whoever built it felt it was the
This is definitely one of those accents I would like to practice and actually get good at. German accents are interesting.
Out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana.
Proserpina.
Usually, that god is obvious.
That god is obvious.
It's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front.
There's an obelisk at the
probably
front.
used to bear the name of this unknown god.
Bears a name.
But it appears some barbarian defaced it.
He defaced
Of
it.
course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
I suppose we'll never know. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Anyway, this game's kind of different, Punk. You're glad you're being exposed to it, but you don't know if you'd want to play it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if I'm enjoying this a lot yet or anything, but I'm curious to see where it goes. That's for sure. Anyway, do you know a way out of here?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I'd tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the golden rule, but once you
The
get
golden
used to
rule.
the fear,
Rule.
knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing
Everything.
new to me, anyway.
Everything. What do you mean by that, homie?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
Got it. So what do you think of the golden rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I'm not sure.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Oh, they don't like that you're gay. Got it. You like men?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Novio Magus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Well then, sorry to hear about that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature as
Ooh,
sin.
we got some Christians up in the house. Let's find them.
If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Alright, let me look into it for you, homie.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can do. Alright. And who are you gonna vote for?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
Anything I can do to change that?
My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
Nope, I'm gonna go.
Nice to talk to you.
Alright, so maybe we'll have reason to try and change people's votes later, hence why we keep asking that question. But anyway, let's talk to this guy again. Let's see if he says anything. It said talk to the merchants. So let's see if the merchants around here Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
This is troubling, is it not? I am afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
Okay. Fabia. Alright, I'll be going now. Thank you.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Thank you for the extra information about Fabia. Somebody new to talk to. That didn't take long. I was going to go talk to this douchebag too. Let's see if it, like, mattered.
Ah, back again, I see.
Yeah, I mostly just wanted to see. Oh, wow. I thought I went through all his stuff. Or maybe I didn't go through all his stuff. We just talked to him about the Sylphium, and then he got mad about me taking it, and then he walked away. I guess we could talk to him. He might have his own quest. Let's see.
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects.
Right, we didn't talk to him about shit.
Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave. Fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone
Half
who
of
could get to
Rome.
an outer gate was running for the river, hoping to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing through a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
You chose the car, right?
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money.
I knew how this guy
So I put
thinks.
my hand
He's a
in the cart,
douche.
And I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
So you took her with you after all?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Huh. Commiserations, I guess.
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
You know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not.
Even though he just said?
Desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Really hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though.
You don't say. But he's made himself appear to be so charismatic and morally fucked up. Although I will say, it did say, I just realized that more than 3 people have now mentioned the river. So how they got here and how I got here is the river. The river is the common thread. We all got here via a river. Maybe we all died. Maybe this is just hell. Purgatory. Somewhere in between life and death. Anyway, what do you think about the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Okay, so he wants the bow. Haven't they banned weapons, though?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
So his quest is to get him a bow. Understood. Anyway, so we got some extra stuff here for the things we've done so far. Do you know anything about the Virgil situation?
I don't, I'm afraid. But I did overhear Fabia telling Georgius she saw something. She was headed to the baths not long ago.
Then to the baths I shall go soon. Who are you going to vote for?
I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not going to happen.
Wow. All right, well,
Very
again.
well. Another time.
Maybe we can get all these guys to switch their votes via helping them out or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. We're going to find out as we go, I suppose. But alright. More people to talk to. We talked to everybody around here for now. I guess I could go back and talk to EQUITIA about the whole river thing. But first,
You have to do
hold on.
something.
It's Fabia.
A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon.
What?
You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule.
How? I don't have a weapon.
None of us do. The magistrate made us throw them all into the chasm. So now this man's bow is the only one in the city. You'll just have to improvise.
Maybe that's how I'm going to get my bow. How's this my problem?
Are you daft or just callous? If you don't stop him, we're all going to die.
What about if you stop him? Just callous. Good luck. Anyway, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No. Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I heard a voice whisper no.
What? We don't have time for this. I have to go.
Never mind. I don't know why I said that. Okay. R.I.P. Fabia, I guess.
The shrine is collapsing.
Oh, shit. Literally R.I.P. Fabia. No. Well, I guess we'll have to warn her in the next loop. Don't do that. You're gonna die, girl. Because she did. Shit, dog.
No!
No!
God, she's dead. Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed.
I absolutely saw that.
Beat, why did you have to go in there? Poor sweet girl.
It's alright. I can stop that on the next loop. Don't worry, homie. I got this. Anyway, should I read this note? Reading. Beware. Shrine may collapse at any moment. Yeah, no shit. Maybe we should have told her to read it. Idiot. If only she could read. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe she can't read. Alright, well that was R.I.P. Fabia. Again, we'll have to warn her next time. Is this the baths? It was an epic death, though? I mean, I guess. I think the idea is we gotta change things that happen in these loops. We just gotta learn stuff and then prevent them from happening, or change the fates of people to get to where we need to be to solve everything. Anyway, Greek vase painted with people in geometric shapes. That's cool. What's this? Wait, what? Inspect the bust. Sculpture of a Greek. No, Greek generally pulled his helmet pulled up off of his head. Okay. Cool. I guess. This. Oh. Who we got back here? Hello, hello, hello. What have I discovered back here? Yum, yum, yum. Oh, game's loading. Hold on. Your real goal is to teach her how to read. Actually, that would be helpful. Crumbling Greek sculpture of a woman. Clearly, there's been a long time. Been here a long time. Been here a long time. Been here a long time. It's getting dark down here. Crumbling the head. We've been here a long time. Where am I going right now? Where am I going? Okay, can't go off that bridge, even though there's a chasm there. Yeah, it won't let you walk off the path. Not that I want to. Apparently, I discovered what lies beneath the city. I got an achievement for that, so that's cool. You've learned some stuff and things. Whoa! Didn't mean to jump off there. I was mostly just testing to see if I could. Oh!
A visitor.
Hello. You must slay the goblin. Goblin Slayer-san. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. May I ask your name?
May I ask yours? I'm fucking shit. You first.
It is best you do not know my name, for merely to speak of my existence in the city alone could bring destruction.
Are you sure about that?
Tell me, what brings you all the way down here?
I don't know. I found this place by accident, actually.
Then perhaps the fates brought you here to learn the secrets of this place. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with someone.
You guys ready to have a philosophical argument then? I'm ready. Let's throw down.
Let's find out with this simple question. Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule?
I can't say that I have. I just barely started, so no, not yet.
You have much to learn. It's best if you figure it out on your own. Come back once you've made progress.
I'd really like you to tell me.
Then you should speak with your contemporaries in the city above. Ask them about their stories and see if you detect a pattern of some sort. It is best if you come to this realization for yourself. You would never believe me if I told you.
Okay. So, we gotta learn more about whatever god caused all this shit, and that'll be how we talk to him. Alright. Greek lyre, played by the strum of the plectrum, sculpture of un-Greek general.
Ah, you've returned.
Ah, you've returned! Did I actually leave? The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. We already knew that. Okay, so can I climb this ladder? I could jump on that ladder. But anyway, alright, well, that was interesting. So the real question is, now what? I guess I'm gonna get out of here. We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll return with more information. But yes, I don't know how I ended up finding this first, DJ, or this early. I shouldn't say first, but definitely no reason to come down here for the moment until we've learned more about the situation. That's why instead of saying that this is a Roman game, you just said, yeah, there's Romans in the game. Yeah, there's definitely other people from other places. And I'm actually curious to see how these Christians are going to be. These cultists, as they called them. There's going to be Christians here because they believe in a one God. Oh, shit. It's the guy with the bow. Oh, shit.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus.
Crispy.
Otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
I don't think I've actually met this person, so no.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you.
Okay.
I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself
Emperor
to find
Nero.
and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the
Quinctius.
Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Got it. Whoa. Calm down, controller.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
Just a small community of strangers, homie. Wound up here by accident.
A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
Wait. What's a mystery cult?
Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered.
You got it wrong, dude. We're not cultists. Come on,
You
man.
say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
I'm just looking for a way out, homie. Yeah, we're all trapped here, dude.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave?
We can leave if we want. It's not that if we're not allowed to leave. We physically can't leave. There's no way out. Dude, like, I want to see this guy try to leave.
Threatening me is not going to help you. But in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
It's not a mantra. It's a warning, dog. Or, yes, because it's true.
You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues?
They were once people, dude. They got turned to gold as punishment.
You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me.
Bro. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Takata. I'm not ignoring you, and I really want to read that quote, so give me a moment. Anyway, we didn't turn them to gold. A god did it. We just don't know which one.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our god told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quintius is. Do not waste it.
I don't know who or where he is. I actually don't know. Can you tell me about Quintius? What's it going to take for you to let this go gold? Take all you want. I wouldn't help you if I knew who he was. Alright, I really don't know who the fuck he is, so let's see what he says.
Then you're of no use to me.
Is he going to kill me right now?
Have any last words?
Do you? Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. I'm just going to say that. If you fire everyone, everyone's going to die, bro.
Well, I'd say that's rather convenient, since I was planning to kill you all anyway.
Oh.
Shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Look what you've done, idiot. Alright, back to the thing to start over. Motherfucking asshole just had to kill me. Just had to kill me. Need to go the other way. Sorry. Oh, wait, what? Am I? Ugh, I'm stupid. Hold on. But yeah, anyway, I guess while we're running back to the thing. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the Northern Army, or the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. Thanks, Russell Crowe. You're the best. Whoa, what the heck is this? The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. You don't say. I'm super lost. Ooh, I'm super lost. Ooh, and through these caves. Ooh, I don't know where I'm going. Ooh. Oh shit, what the fuck? Who's this guy? Man, I got things to explore still. But alright, Bow and Arrow Man kills you if you fuck with him. Make sure we stay away from him next time. Or if we do, we need to do better at convincing him that we're not the problem. He's the problem. But something tells me he's going to be how we get a bow. Man, fuck off. This is the wrong way. What am I doing? Go through the dough. Alright, almost there. Yep, it's basically Edge of Tomorrow, time loop type of thing. Exactly that, Omega. We're in a time loop, and every time we figure out or find a way to die, we have to go through it and reset it. I don't like that I have to actually go reset it, but there's clearly a reason for why the way they do it. So we'll figure that out as we go, I suppose.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Do we have to click through this every time? Wait, I have to do this again? I'm Funky Gina got lost.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
I know what I'm doing. Bye.
All right, friend. Suit yourself. Just don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
Okay, bye. What achievement did I just get there? Skip the city tour? I mean, I skipped it last time too. Weird. But alright, cool. It's one big hub and you must do everything in the correct order to win. I actually don't know. I don't think there's a correct order so much, Pink Strike. It's just I have to learn the right information to solve the whole thing. It's all like one big thing I have to solve. Alright, so this is the pub or whatever. I guess we can go here and start talking to people. We haven't been in this area yet. But it's definitely a time loop game. Alright, so the guys in here were just gold statues. Got it. There's a piece of paper down here. A note from Kabosh. A dream diary from Kabosh in which he describes his recurring dreams about a stranger named Curdy. Okay. Jay told Lucretia about the dream I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. The man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow from that peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Curdy and told me he dragged me from the river. Curdy, Karen, you know. What's the difference? He seemed to smirk at me as he said his name, as if it meant something Jay could not understand. Or something Jay could understand. I keep saying Jay. It doesn't I, dude. So I wrote them down. Anyway. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot lie for the life of me, or cannot for the life of me remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Who's Curdy? Curdy, you say? Yeah. I 100% already know that we're all dead, or at least that's what the idea is that the river Styx, or whatever they're calling it. It's because if you know the name of the guy, of the ferry guy, you know, the one who ferries people across the river Styx, you should know his name is Karen, or at least that's how it's said to some people. It's spelled differently, but yeah, that's his name. So, starting to think that maybe we're probably looking at something a little bit about people being dead already. And this is purgatory. But we'll see. Anyway, I can steal Horatius's denarius. I guess that's money. We can steal his money. I'm not going to do that right now, especially since it might just trigger the whole thing anyways. I don't want to immediately just trigger shit. But I can steal people's money. Alright, Livia. Oh.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
I think Livia's talking to Aurelia. Where's she at? Is she over here? That's cool. Talk to me, Aurelia. Talk to me.
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued.
Intrigued indeed.
Dangerous about you, like a prowling manticore.
Manticores are cool. Tell me why do I play this game, Pink Strike? Because DJ gifted it to me. That's why. And also, run everybody. FML's here. Everyone hide. Dude, if you think I would lose to you a Family Feud, you crazy. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying I play that Family Feud, dog. I plays it. Anyway, let's be charming rank back, and you're as charming as you are beautiful. Got it.
Coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
I don't know. It gave me the option. What? You came on to me.
I take back what I said. Suddenly,
shit.
I don't find you
I
so
fucked up. I should have played it more coy.
Let's just forget that ever happened.
No.
So, what brings you?
Oh, I got an achievement for getting rejected, but oops, my bad. What's your story?
Let it go. Nothing's going to happen.
I'll try better next time. Okay. Do you know a way out of here?
Normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
I was asking about an escape from the city. That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business. I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle.
Okay.
So, how badly do you want it?
Why does everybody want
Is it
1,000?
worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
The fuck am I gonna get 1,000? Anyway, tell me more about what I'd be buying, because holy shit.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
Okay, if you have a way out, why haven't you used it yourself? That's the big question.
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Okay. Is this some kind of unethical... Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business.
No. That's greedy.
Want it or not?
And a-hole-ish. Fuck this person. Anyway, how do I know this isn't a scam?
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Okay. I don't have that kind of money, though.
Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion.
Oh, we haven't met that guy yet. So anyway, what do you think about the golden rule?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
That's cool. Any gossip?
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Oy vey. I don't got no damn denarii.
How embarrassing for you.
How embarrassing for you.
All right. See ya.
I'm about to slap a hoe. Remember, I'm also female. I'll slap a hoe right fast. Don't you even play. Anyway, let the buyer beware. Caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Produce bowl. These carrots are purple as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Interesting.
I love your clothes.
You like this chick because of her penchant for drinking? Alright, well, I'll have to start the conversation with Aurelia over next time and make her like me instead of not like me. You stay away from your money? Is there money to steal up here? There totally is. Oh, her shit is locked. I can't even open her shit. It's locked. Couldn't steal your money even if I wanted to, lady. Key to her chest. Oh. I can steal that shit and then take her money. Interesting. Small vial containing rudimentary blah blah blah. What's this? Brass mirror. Brass has been polished. The rudimentary mirror that's been used for applying makeup. Okay. What about this dope ass comb, dog? Just put a bucket on their head and then steal their shit. If only that were an option. If only that were an option. It's okay. Right now we're not into just stealing shit because I think it'll just trigger the golden rule and we don't want that right now. We're trying to explore and learn more things. So far we've had a trigger twice. Can we talk to you? We can talk to you now, right?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Okay. What's your story, Livia?
Bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
I have no idea what that means.
They never do.
Cool. You know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Do you need help or something?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Okay. Figure out why Livia's acting strangely. It's because she knows, bro. She knows we're all dying or dead or whatever. Anyway, the Forgotten City is just another name for Toledo. Oh, yeah, exactly. I live in the Forgotten City, guys. Nobody knows about this place. I live in unknown parts unknown. Anyway, what do you think about the golden rule then?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Okay. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not.
But maybe I already
It's
know.
better for you if you remain.
Alright, yeah, Pandora's box, got it. Okay, I'll come back to
The
you.
newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
So ignorant. That's ignorant. You're ignorant. Anyway, I'm making a new save real quick because I haven't made one in a while. Just to have one. I see it's been auto-saving, so I'm not losing progress or anything, but I want to make sure that we don't like have a crash and have to start over or anything like that. So anyway, alright, we talked with Olivia and Aurelia. Anybody else around here? The other main character we're looking for still is Malleolus. I think it's the only other person we've learned about that we haven't met yet in person. Here's Lucretia's stuff. I guess this is the living quarter area, because this is where seems to be where everybody lives. Seems to be everybody's like staying hut. Rudimentary doll looks like it's been well loved. So loved. Looks like a terrifying clay doll. Alright. Is there a Canada is there a Toledo, a city of Toledo in Canada? Because that's interesting if that's the case. Alright, hold on. Was this a dead end? I wanted to see the guy that was like crucified up here on the top on that wheel. Was he like alive or was he just already golden? Alright, what is this zip line to? Oh, that zip line's back to the temple where I need to start from. But look at this guy. He's fucking strapped to a wheel, homie. This one's not stealing. I'll take 100 denarii. Hell yeah. It's not stealing if he's frozen in time. You know what? Now that I have 100, I don't mind going back to... Aurelia and seeing what she has to say about the gossip. Did I read this note? Cryptic, almost poetic rambling from Livia. The place is called Accursed. Here, Titios offered up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 Belladus or Belladus, who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, to fetch again with incessant labor the water they have lost. Okay. I don't know if that's helpful information for what Livia is freaking out about, but sure. There should be a town named after Cheeto. Cheetos, Doritos, Fritos, burritos, eating Doritos with Danny DeVito. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I got kind of lost. You, talk to me.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Captain Murder.
Damn, somebody hates me. Oh, she won't even talk to me anymore? Oh. I wanted to see if I could get my information out of her, but okay, fine. Fuck you, bitch. She mad at me, but that's fine. Whatever. We'll learn more next loop when she's not mad at me for that bullshit. I bet you I can talk to that one princess again, too. The one that I pissed off last time. Ooh, there's more denarii in here. And an arrow? And a bottle of wine. Probably the last bottle of wine in the city. I will take it. Alright, so there's a chest here that has some stuff. I wonder if I have to pick this stuff up on every loop. Because, like, my inventory... Yeah, shows how much money I have and stuff. And this is all stuff... Well, like, I got to keep the zip line. And I got to keep my flashlight. So I wonder if I get to keep all the stuff I picked up. I guess we'll find out as the next loop happens. We shall see. That flower in the middle looks important, but maybe not. I don't know. There's one town called Dust. I mean, that could, you know, like Cheeto dust, you know? That could work. There's a goat. Ooh, what this? Goose eggs. Laid by the city's goose. Take them. Anything that doesn't seem bad, I'm taking it. I want a goose to lay gold eggs for Easter. I want a something and party. 10,000 tons of ice cream. And if I don't get the things I am after, I'm going to scream. Anyway, let's talk to this guy now that we know more.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend.
What's up, Galerius?
What's in your mind?
I got questions about stuff and things. Let's do it. What's your story, homie?
It's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum. with my parents
Camulodunum.
and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle.
Damn, got him.
There were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
It's fucked up, man. I'm sorry to hear it.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
Yeah, you died, bro. You died. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Mara. How you doing? Thank you for popping in for a minute. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know, FML just had to talk shit on Toledo as usual. Actually, I wouldn't say he was really talking shit. He was just making a joke about this is called the Forgotten City. Ha ha ha. Like Toledo. Ha ha ha. But then the joke is that there's Toledos all over the world. Which Toledo are we talking about? Toledo, Spain. Toledo, Brazil. Toledo, Canada. Toledo, Holy Toledo. Toledo Burrito. Who knows? Also, DJ's got a joke. What did the geometry teacher say when their parrot flew away? Polygon. Polygon. Nice. Well done. Anyway, I'm glad things worked out for you because you're here. Alive? Question mark. Not really, maybe.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his one day. He'll get his.
Nemesis is waiting.
Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
Interesting. We'll see.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
Absolutely. Tell EQUITIA, some people mentioned a stranger. So they talked about a stranger and they talked about a river. So definitely finding some common threads here. And if FML has to go, then let's all wave goodbye at his FML bitch ass. Bye, FML. We won't miss... I mean, we'll miss you. Anyway, do you know a way out of here, Hilarious? Because I need a way, man.
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
I should go talk to Sentia again, because she'll probably be okay talking to me on this loop. Anyway, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
You know? And what do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Damn, okay.
All right. See you around.
Blue collar man's like, fuck them both. I'm not voting for either of those douche cakes. Well, then maybe you should run. Maybe we can add. Maybe we could write you in on the ballot, sir. All right. Well, anyway, there's Galerius. We found him. At this point, I'm still trying to just explore and learn what this girl hanging out by the water. She got frozen as fuck. Frozen as fuck. Well, if everyone got turned to gold here, I would assume that whoever is the equivalent to, you know, King Midas, or whoever gave the power to King Midas is the one we're looking for, you know? Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Okay. Just don't. Maybe they did finish it, and they just told everybody to don't. Could you don't, maybe? Maybe don't. Also, can I just, like, bust through here? I want to cheese my way past you. That'd be hilarious if I could. It seems like I'm able to go in there, but maybe not without getting some way past you. Interesting. I didn't try to swim, but I don't know. We could try it. Yeah, I can swim. I mean, I thought for a second maybe I shouldn't try, but I totally can. I figured I could. Also, with that, somebody tried to get the forbidden fruit, and then they got turned into a fucking golden statue. Sucks to be them. Can I get out of the water? Not from here. Alright, fine. Get me out of here. He watches through their eyes. Through their eyes he sees. Okay, so I jumped down from up here already. I don't know where I want to go next. Should I go talk to... Maybe I'll go talk to Sentia, since we already had that idea.
Citizen.
Hi, Sentius. I'm going to go talk to your daughter. Where's she at? Hello, hello. Hello. Hello.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What do you think of the Golden Rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
I don't know. Maybe it's best if you don't go insulting gods just in case?
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves.
Damn.
Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the Golden Rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
Okay. I suppose we'll find out sooner or later. Or should we just say it's definitely real? It's definitely real.
Oh, and I suppose I'll just have to take the word of a know-nothing barbarian who just arrived, will I?
Whatever. You know way out of here?
What is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have...
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she...
Snatched away by harpies. What did I say last time that pissed her off? Sorry, there's just a... No, you know what? This one. Your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good...
I should talk to Horatius, too. That's the soldier. Anyway, what if I say she looks surprisingly...
I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow...
I mean, just an observation.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
That's cool.
So you'll help me find her?
Sure, I'll do it.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
Okay, cool. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
Can we talk about... let's see.
Of course. What have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Yes, please do.
I'll get right on it, though. Alright, so we talked to the sister about it. She said I could go check out her room by the entrance. Is it this room? This must be this room. Ink jar. Brass mirror. Vial. Centilla's chest. Money. I don't really see any reason to steal her $14. That's not exactly enough money to do anything. Okay, so other than her $14... Wait, there's something under her pillow. Haha, Scintilla to Sentius and Sentia. May Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I am sorry to have you leave sorry to have to leave you this way, but I keep saying Jay, but I have found a way to escape and I must take it. I hope we meet again someday. All right. I don't even know the girl and I'm already putting my hands on her chest. Hey, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta feel around to see if you can solve the mysteries of the world, am I right? Anyway, I guess we'll go talk to Sentia and Sentius about the note. I don't really know what else to say about that.
What have you discovered?
I found a letter in her room.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it.
You didn't look under her pillow? Idiot.
Well done, I suppose. But it's odd. It was only a few months ago that Scentilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Yulia's still here.
Yulia's dead as shit, dog.
Speak with her. Find out if she knows anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Dude, Yulia's dead, bro. Yulia's dead, bro. Ask Yulia. Yulia's dead, bro. Should we tell Sentius about his daughter? Can we?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Yeah, I'm fucking G. We had this conversation before.
Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here?
Basically, yeah.
I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed. And you had to start over.
Working on it.
If so,
keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
I couldn't stop from being broken.
Ah, I see.
Yet.
Look, it's unfortunate, but All that matters now is that you make use of what you've learned and gathered and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say about your daughter, if that's a thing. Who's gonna break the bro? Oh, what's your story? Who am I out of here? About my investigation?
Ask then.
Oh, okay. I see.
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
What's your story? I guess we haven't asked him about his story and stuff yet.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
Okay. What's a decurion?
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Good for you. And why are you still wearing it?
As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you, so it seemed prudent.
Probably smart. How did you end up here?
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger.
Stranger? River?
And
you don't say.
That lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
Indeed. People mentioned a memory lapse also. Okay, see, we got lots of common threads to talk about now. Anyway, how'd you become magistrate?
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead.
I see. Let's talk about something else then.
Well.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, I'd have led these people out of here already.
Okay, and what do you think about the Golden Rule?
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the Golden Rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris.
Yo, hubris.
I trust that answers your question.
I suppose. If I talk to him about the Golden Rule, can we just like accuse people? I'm assuming if we accuse people, it's wrong, and it's wrong, and it just ends.
Of course. What is it?
Never mind. I need more investigation.
What did you say?
Like I don't even. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Have to continue.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I didn't.
Thank you.
Anyway, I could accuse people and like probably fuck up a loop or so and just keep trying, but I'm not gonna do it that way. I want to talk to Horatius though.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Yep.
What is it, citizen?
I want to talk to you.
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughter, I should say, and the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
Like me. How'd you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I suppose. Sorry to hear it.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
Alright, well, what can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Suppose. You know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
So interested. Anyway, can I see that citizen register you're talking about? Like list of peeps?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Sure. There won't be a tomorrow, but thank you. I'll take it. So here's the list of all the people, I guess. Aurelia, Claudia, Decius, Domitius, Duilius, I guess is that what that says. Anyway, Equitia, Fabia, Galerius, Georgius, Hannibal, Horatius, Carash, Julia, Livia, Lucretia, Malleolus, Navia, Octavia, Rufus, Sentia, Centilla, Sentius, Ulpius, and Virgil. Alright, so it tells me where people live. There's extra notes and stuff, so this is cool. So I'm kind of glad we have this now. I'll take it. Sure, I'll get back to you tomorrow.
I'm not sure why you said it like that, but whatever.
Tomorrow. Anyway, what do you think about the Golden Rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Suppose that's true. Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime. Are you saying you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Okay. That's called collective punishment?
War crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
If you like.
Alright. Who are you going to vote for?
Not that it's any of your business. But my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation.
We haven't met Domitius yet.
He's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Okay. Can I help?
I appreciate the thought. But you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with EQUITIA, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Alright, I'll talk to her some more. Anyway, can we talk about Scintilla?
What business is that of yours? A lot of people have been looking for her. But it's been 3 weeks, and we've found nothing. What makes you think you can do better?
Sometimes fresh eyes helps.
I suppose that's true.
Did you notice anything suspicious before she went missing?
Scintilla was always a kind, well-behaved young woman. I admit, her disappearance really caught me off guard. If anyone knows something, I'd expect it to be Sentia, Malleolus, Claudia, or Domitius.
Well, that's 3 people I haven't even talked to yet,
You
so
might fare better though, I suppose.
we'll have to do that. Alright, let's talk about something else. What if I blame him? Let's see what he says.
If you're accusing me of a crime, you'd better have something to back it up.
Alright. You know what I'm talking about. Where is she?
You're grasping at straws, and it's not going to work. We're done.
That's okay. I don't need to talk to you anymore today anyway. That's why I figured I'd just go ahead and push it a little bit. I'll come back to him on another loop. Alright, so this guy. This guy kind of ignored me. Oh, this is Domitius. Okay. He didn't say what his name was last time.
Isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
Don't matter to me none. Let's talk to you, Domitius.
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Okay, I'd like to meet him, thank you.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
Afford what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
What would you like? 100 denarii, 10 denarii. Alright, what do you want? Let's start with that.
Dunno. Something good.
Isn't slipping bribes a sin?
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron.
Oh, is that what that is? 10 denarii? How about that? 10 denarii sound good?
Hey, Caput Murde. Futuere es. Just make it good.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Just make it good.
Okay. I'll come back to that. Let's just keep talking to him about his other shit. Do you know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah? This place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see.
You'll see. Golden rule?
I think it's gone on long enough. And Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
You're an idiot if you think that's the case. Can I help in some way?
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Okay then. Who are you going to vote for?
Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
Whatever, dude. I need to speak to Yulia.
She's not here.
Where is
Had
she?
to carry her to Lucretia's clinic this morning. Shrine of Apollo. She was acting sick. Faking it, if you ask me. Typical.
Yeah, she's dead as shit, bro. Anyway, do you know anything about Scentilla's disappearance?
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back. If you know what I mean.
Oh my god. I think you're hiding something.
You don't know Sturkus.
I'm assuming that means shit. You don't know shit. Alright, so can I give him 100 denarii?
What have you got for me?
Because 10 doesn't seem to be enough.
Os inculio mio. Just make it good.
Okay. Forget it, I'll find another way
Set
in.
one foot in that villa without permission, I'll skin you alive, you pusillus semitarius mocus.
Is that like you son of a bitch or something? So I can't even go in there and talk to him? Anyway, what's over here? Hello? There's something here. Inspect the vines. These might be climbable if they could only support my weight. Oh. If only they could support my weight. What does that mean, if only? Huh. To be fair, it's sensible for the people not being in the time loop to doubt the golden rule. Well, yeah, of course. Of course they're not going to think the golden rule is real if they're not, like, seeing what I see. Seeing the loop happen like I see. Why would they believe it's real unless they see it for themselves? I understand that. But still, I can still say, fuck you, buddy. Anyway, alright. Yeah, I don't want to go down there. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking around. I'm being overly exploratory, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we could definitely climb up the vines. I just don't know how to do so right at the moment. We'll figure it out.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Wouldn't dream of it. I wasn't, but now I am.
Contrary little cap at murder, aren't you?
Why shouldn't I go down there?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal. Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Sounds terrifying. What did you do?
Well, any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
It's a great story, but I'm still going to go down there.
Without a weapon? Well, it's your funeral.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't go down there. Unless I have a weapon. That might not be a bad idea. Don't want to go in there without a weapon if I'm going to die, you know? Anyway, I'm guessing this is Julius. Oh, wait, who this? Oh, EQUITIA's here? Man, people move around. You really got to keep an eye on them. Anyway, I do want to talk to her. We've found some threads to talk to her about, so let's do it. Let's try not to trigger the election again.
Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm EQUITIA. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Yeah, I've been asking people about that. Wound up here and found a pattern. Here we go.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
Well, river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Stranger. Or no, sorry, memory lapses first.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
And then some people mentioned an encounter with a stranger on the riverbank.
Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia...
Yay, 3 common threads are done. Woot.
Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
I did. Young woman. Karen.
And did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
She was wearing a hoodie, but how could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Wait, what? It's not safe in there. Assassin just arrived.
What? How could you know that? And why are you talking to me instead of doing something about it? Please, go and stop him, and come back to me once we're no longer in danger.
So I gotta find a way to stop this fucking assassin guy. Like, once I figure that out, that'll be my next big thing, I guess. But alright, so she wants us to talk to her in the baths, but we gotta get in there without getting murked by the bow and arrow guy. Alright, well... Have I been up here yet? This doesn't look familiar. I don't think I've been up here. What's going on up here? Is this the temple? This might be the temple that I have to try and figure out a way to get inside of. Hold on. Note from Nivea. I'm locking myself in. Don't try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it, Nivea. Oh, this is where Nivea is at. Is the sound effects I hear in there, Nivea? Nivea. Anyway, that's someone we definitely need to get a chance, like, get in there and talk to. We got to figure out a way in. Also, the voice told me to find or get the bow. I don't know if getting the bow is like my next big thing. Also, I found 200 more denarii, bro. I'm gonna have 1,000 denarii in no time flat. 500 more, dog, and we could buy that fucking potion or whatever that I need to buy. Even though 1,000 is a fucking heist. First, I gotta unlock the double jump and the hook shot. Oh, okay. Sounds like a plan. Alright, well, I'm not seeing an obvious way in here right away. Maybe there's a way to get in there from back here. Oh, I can't even... It won't even let me go over here. Never mind. Boo. Alright, what's over here then? I still got places to explore around here, so I'm just making sure we do that before we worry about, like... Hey, look, it's Sisyphus. Hey, Sisyphus. You having fun rolling that rock? Hope you're having fun, buddy. What do we got here? Door. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. Okay. Find a creative way. Why's it gotta be creative? Lock door. Find the key. That's creative, right? There's probably another way. Won't let me jump up there. Fine. What do we got going on down here? I don't know. I'm just like... There's a lot more going on here than you realize until you start looking around. What do we got going on way the fuck over here, man? Okay. Alright, I'm guessing I can cross those vines when I'm no longer too fat. Ah! I broke my ankles. Ouchies. My bad. Where the fuck am I right now? I'm so lost. Are we in the cisterns right now? Is that where we're at? We might be. What do we got here? Apples? Relief of Proserpina. A relief depicting a great circular portal in Proserpina, the Roman goddess of the cycle of life renewal. I think that's what this is supposed to be. I was looking at the apple, but it was making me interact with the picture on the wall. Got it. Alright, cool picture of Proserpina, dog. Coolest picture I ever saw. Oh, what? Oh, we're here? Well then. Talk about not realizing where the heck I was. Oh, man. I came at it from a completely wrong direction, and I got so turned around that I didn't realize where I was. I got it now, DJ. I've just looped around to the beginning now. I see. Never mind. I was all excited. I found something different. I did not find shit. I just went around in a circle. It all looks different when you come from different directions. Rufius, I haven't talked to you. What's up, Rufius?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Boy, you be growling at me? What's your story?
Can't talk long. Got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. I've been rolling a long time now. Even joined the legions. The 6th. One they call Ironclads.
How'd you end up here?
Same way as everyone else.
Okay, cool. Why are you still wearing your legionary armor then?
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Okay. Why don't you have a weapon?
Magistrate made me toss it in the chasm. Stupid. Going to have to improvise now.
Okay. Not much of a talker, are you?
If you were dealing with what I am, you wouldn't be either.
Are you suffering from rheumatism?
Nobody is supposed to know about that. Did Lucretia tell you?
I figured it out on my own, actually.
Look, I haven't been at my best lately.
Hilarious.
All my joints ache constantly, and the pain. It has a way of messing with your head. I get stirred up by things that shouldn't bother me, and then there's the statues, and my doubts about my faith. And I just want to scream.
You gonna be alright, buddy?
To help me. Do what Lucretia hasn't been able to do. And find me something to make the pain go away. Until then, get out of my face.
Okay. You don't want to talk about anything else?
You again.
Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation?
What do you think about the golden rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Understandable. What do you mean?
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
What do you think's coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
They're waiting for that golden rule to get broke. I think you're right.
Of course I am.
Alright, well, who are you gonna vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Man, everyone's gonna vote for him. Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Well, okay. I'll be back.
Whatever.
Alright, so I don't know if the same thing to like numb the pain is the same thing that I was supposed to get to talk to this BZ about, 'cause she dead as shit. Oh wait. She's alive. Bruh, what? She looks alive.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying?
She didn't die this time?
She needs the resin of a plant called silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius.
Wait. She didn't die?
It's too late.
Oh. If you get here with the stuff before she dies. Okay. Got it. Got it. Sorry. So I took too long. Okay, I see. I should have brought the stuff if I was going to talk to her. I didn't realize when I came in here she was alive and then she died after that. I didn't realize that the first time. Okay. Confirmed. Okay, I gotta save her. Which means I gotta buy this shit first. Or steal it. Whichever comes first. Anyway, let's see if we can save that one BZ. I want to see if we can save her this time.
Help! You have to do something.
She didn't have the same dialogue. You're right, DJ. I was just confused. I guess I didn't realize she was still alive.
And he's got a weapon.
Yeah, we got it. Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
Are you serious? This is an emergency. Are you going to help or not?
I mean, I'll get right on it, I guess.
Thank you. He's still in there somewhere. I have to hide.
Don't
Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Do not go in there.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Alright. We saved Fabia's life. You're welcome. If I go in there, I'll probably die, though, huh? What if there's anything worth taking in here? I don't know, but I'm not gonna test fate right now. Maybe later. So she'll be in her bakery later. Got it. What was this building? Oh, that's the one that had the secret passage that went underground. Do I try to reason with this bow and arrow guy, or should I wait until I learn more something? I don't know. I don't feel like I've learned enough to tell him what to do yet. Also, what is she doing over here?
Hello?
Also, what? Who's this?
Hello?
New guy, locked up. What's your story, homie?
My name's Dooley.
Dooley.
I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
Salve.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did somebody think you were gonna steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Is that all?
They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liability, you mean?
Yes. They said I have to live here now. And gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
Sure, buddy. What's it say? Magistrate Sentius to Duilius. I am writing to you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist, given your memory limitations. It seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around the cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to this community and must have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you were incarcerated, should you experience further lapses in memory. Okay. I'll take this, I guess. I'm not sure. Wait, there's another page? No, there's not another page. Alright, well, I'll take this with me, I suppose. Oh, you can read it like that, so you don't have to read it off the paper. I didn't realize that was a thing. But anyway, I'm taking it. It says that they caught you trespassing several times and they locked you to stop you from breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad.
Very sad.
He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one,
oh, if it's a key to the cistern, that'd be cool.
Except my friend Galerius and the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
If you give me the key, I can try to find out what it unlocks.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot.
A lot. Let me talk to the magistrate.
Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what.
Then maybe it's time we head up. Maybe I'll just break you out.
What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad.
Maybe it's time we had a new magistrate.
Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything.
So,
help
we do have to try to get Galerius.
He can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure.
Okay.
Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. Anyway, we could talk to him about the rest of his stuff now. Do you know a way out of here?
You're going to let me out of here? Really?
Well, I can try. That's not what I said. I asked if you know a way out of here.
Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
I mean, never mind. What do you know about the golden rule?
Gold? You mean treasure?
He's like Gollum. Precious. Let's talk about your treasure, bro.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said, if he gave me this.
Alright, I already learned all about this. I already learned about all this. Fair enough. Alright, I'll be going.
Bye-bye.
So we have to try and get Galerius elected magistrate. So now we got to change up some rules entirely. Or change up some conversations, rather. Also, there's a piece of paper here. Hello. Dooley's note. Note from Dooley protesting his innocence. I did not do it, Dooley. I did not hit her. I did not. He's got that level of enthusiasm about him. I did not hit her. I did not. All right. Anyway, we still got more people to find, right? There's definitely still more people besides Malleolus who's in his house, and I can't really get to him, or at least I didn't try that hard to get to him. Maybe I could have. Anyway, this is a play with a backstage and stuff. There's nobody hanging out over here, apparently. All right, cool. There's definitely still more people to find. I wonder if I should try to negotiate with the bow guy, you know, or maybe I still need something else for him. Part of me kind of wants to try. If only because I want to see if I can. Because I need a break soon anyway, so I'm hungry. It's about food time regardless. Alright, you know, I gotta talk to Galerius anyway. So let's just try this again, and we'll do it on the next loop. We'll go through and we'll talk to anybody I fucked up on, and or we'll talk to Galerius again about making him, you know, try to get him elected as magistrate. But let's see if we can do a different dialogue tree with this guy this time.
Stop right there.
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city. Second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Alright. Well, I didn't stop the danger, but I did make it so I can go past him, so that's nice. What? Oh, it was loading. I was like, why did it freeze? Alright, so here's the baths. I haven't been in here yet. I wonder if he's really going to go around and kill everyone. I'll have to go find out in a second, I guess. But for now, let's finish looking in the baths. Ooh, the baths. It's a big, large baths. Is there anybody who's actually here? Find out how to neutralize the armed man. Apparently I did. Oh. Wait, what? I didn't neutralize him. Wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? Oh, he went into the fucking... I know what happened. He went into the broken thing. That's hilarious. Wow, the sound effects are super late. But that's fucking hilarious. He went into the little... That's so funny. Well, free bow for me. Hell yeah. I got a bow, y'all. I got a bounty notice and some arrows, too. Hell yeah. Emperor Nero has ordered the execution of a cultist named Quintius with different colored eyes. Okay. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quintius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. He's average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusion of grandeur. I don't think I can take... Oh, he has money, too. Hell yeah. $1! Dollar bill, y'all. I don't think I've met somebody that has one of each color eye. I don't think this dude does, right?
Hello.
No. We did, actually, earlier. But anyway, I got a bow now, which I could do a couple things with, I think. I might head into the lower cistern now that I have a weapon, though. But anyway, what I didn't realize that dude was about to die, otherwise I would have followed him. Man, I don't know why my brain didn't register that as, oh, he's going to go to the fucking thing and get himself crushed. That's hilarious. I didn't realize that was what was about to happen. Anyway, I wanted to see what was in the bath real quick. Anything fancy in here? Anything under the water worth, you know, noting? Doesn't seem like it. There's only one person in the water, too, besides the one person hanging out on the edge over there. Everybody's all golden statued up, though. Alright, so anyway, we got rid of the guy. So now we can go talk to Fabia, and we can go talk to Equitia. What's her name? EQUITIA? EQUITIA? Anyway, we'll talk to her, too. That's cool. Okay, now that we've got the bow and dealt with the assassin guy, we should have a couple things we can do now, right? Like talk to EQUITIA, whatever her name is. Is she over here still? I don't know where the heck she went. I don't know how you're supposed to track anybody around this bitch. Also,
Salve, friend.
Hello. Haven't met you before. You're new.
Salve, friend. It seems you've joined us at a very sad time. We lost a troubled young man today.
Ulpius?
Ulpius was his name.
What happened to Ulpius? What, hello?
Oh, he took his own life. It's a terrible tragedy.
Why?
He found himself in quite a lot of debt he was unable to repay, and was forced into debt bondage to Malleolus. He was deeply unhappy. But
That's
it
pretty
doesn't
sad.
do us any good to dwell. Now, where are my manners? I'm Octavia.
Okay, we've
Welcome
met
to life
Octavia.
under the golden rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm okay. Fine, thanks.
Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We all need something to help us through times like these. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the golden rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Teach me your ways. What's your story?
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me owning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose.
Oh, okay. How'd you end up here?
Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome, 7 months ago, my family and I fled for the Tiber, hoping to escape on a barge. We were among the fortunate ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
I am sorry to hear that. Some people mentioned a coin. Oh, is that another common thread? Okay. Another thing for crossing the river Styx. A coin.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me.
Don't you mean gods?
Oh yes, of course. A slip of the tongue.
She's part of the,
If you like.
the god cult. Got it. Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate.
Thanks, I'll look into
I hope
it.
it works out.
Alright, so we know she's one of the cultists, quote unquote, the Christians. Anyway, what do you think about the golden rule?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves, and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Some would think so. Some people, I think, people are fundamentally good.
You don't think that's A little naive? I suppose you've never seen what I've seen. Innocent
Do
men
you
and
see
women
what I
torn
see?
apart in arenas while thousands of Romans look on and cheer.
I said what I said.
I wish I shared your faith.
So you're a Christian. There you go.
Please, please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but things are very difficult for us right now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year, and our emperor decided to make us his scapegoats. There were executions. It was horrible.
Secret safe with me for now.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Anyway, I'll go.
Oh, so soon? Well, be gentle on yourself. We're all dealing with a tragic loss today.
Alright, so another person is dead. Cool. Good to know. Alright, again, I don't know where EQUITIA went, but we gotta go find her. There's Georgius. Here she is. Hello.
I take it you've cleared the way to the baths?
Indeed I have.
Follow me, but don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Oh, okay. Don't follow too closely, they say. Alright, I'll just be back here. Don't mind me. You run full speed and I'll walk leisurely. We can't have people thinking that a man and a woman bathe together. God forbid. Here, I'll walk like this. I won't even look at you. I'll pretend as I moonwalk through the streets to follow you. Fucking silly. I'm not following her. She's going that way. Look, I'm going this way. That's fucking silly. Alright. Anyway. It's like it just drags you along, which is pretty funny. Alright, where are we going to stop to have this conversation? You don't want to do this underwater where no one can see? Gonna go hide in the back corner and have this conversation? Like, what the heck, man? Where you going, girl?
Alright, you're here. You were asking if I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood.
Uh-huh.
Look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp.
Oh.
Do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin.
I see.
You described it. Only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
There you go.
As in Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Charon.
Charon, who in exchange for the right coin helps the souls of the newly
Well,
deceased
we called that as soon as I thought about Karen and the river.
from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never going to wake up. I checked
So
your
we know the
pockets for
identity
ID,
of the stranger
but
by the
all I
river.
found was some loose change.
Got an achievement for it.
Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
This place is the underworld?
I'm afraid so. It's all
Dun dun dun.
sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god
Mr. Hades himself.
and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Motherfucking Hades. So we're dead?
That was what I just thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Okay, and what can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here.
If you were Roman or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Okay then. And why didn't you all recognize Karen, huh?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different
I figured that's how it worked.
You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti.
Exactly.
And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
So we gotta interrogate Karen whenever we get a chance. Got it. Why are so few people here, huh?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here.
That's an interesting thought.
Did not.
Special coin? Maybe? Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
Okay then. I guess that's that.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Huh. Well, can't we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft.
So you say.
Could build a ladder big enough. Just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Okay. I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
I ain't scared of that bitch. I beat his ass so many times. Have you seen me play Hades? Anyway, tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from?
My bad. Pluto's a planet, okay? Or was a planet?
But also the only way to learn the truth about the golden rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Okay, but Hercules couldn't manipulate time.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day.
That'd be cool. Funky G, Hercules.
With you know who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
Okay. What can you tell me about this obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Well, okay. Now we have a new MacGuffin search. All right. Roman plaque. Where's that at?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued
Christians.
there's one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Okay. Where could I find the Greek one?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in
Right.
the forum.
I said he was Italian, but I guess Greek sounds right as well. But Georgius, okay. And what about Egyptian?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell.
I don't think I've met Kabash yet, have I?
Unfortunately, he disappeared
Oh,
weeks
because he
ago.
disappeared.
But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern. So
Ooh.
perhaps you could talk to her. Or just take a look in his room.
Okay. I don't know which one's his room, but sure. We can't ask Aurelia about Kabash because on this loop, she won't talk to me anymore. Anyway, and where would I find the mystery plaque?
I'm afraid you're on your own with that one. But perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Got it. So finding the other ones will let me unlock or look for the last one. Got it. All right. Tell me more about the escape option.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
A spirit guide? I mean, female statues are whispering to me. That is true.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia.
Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It tells me what to do. Anyway, it's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself.
Could be. Could be.
If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Perhaps wade against the current, whatever that means.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
Upper Cistern?
Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Alright. I guess I'm good for now.
Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Yep. Wow. I'll go chat with Livia first. That's fine.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Hell yeah. Alright, wow, that was huge. I'm glad we came back and we talked to her about that, because that opened up a whole new can of worms. Like 5 cans of worms, really, but the biggest can of worms is that we're in Hades, we're in the underworld. Sorry, we're not in Hades. Hades runs the underworld. He's the man. But anyway, we're in the underworld because of Hades. So we either get to try to confront him or find another way out of here. And Proserpina, I guess I didn't know that was her Greek name. Or her Roman name, I guess is the right. Her Greek name, Persephone. You know, goddess of the underworld, because, you know, Hades made her that way. Hades took her. There's so many different, like, renditions or tales explaining Persephone's, like, the reason why Persephone's in the underworld, whether it's of her own volition or not, you know. But anyway, I'm trying to get to where Livia's at, and I don't think I'm going the right way. Libya. Libya. Oh, I'm dead. Well, that was a nice loop. Wow. Really? Cool. Apparently if you die, you get a real game over. It doesn't just reset the loop. Alright. Oh, God. Okay. It started me in the dark and scared me. Alright, I'm glad we got an autosave. That was fucking funny. I didn't even... Wow. I can't even with this. Alright, let's do better at finding our way back over to the other side of town. I know the better way to go. I just need to learn my way around the stupid cave area. But that's fine. For now, I'm just going to go around the way I know how to get there. As much as I'd like to talk to everybody about whatever, we'll do that later. You know who we need to talk to still? We haven't talked to her yet since we saved her life. And now that we've done that, we can probably talk to her about more things once we find her shop. And that's Fabia, or Fabia. I need to figure out where she hangs out. She said she was going to be at her bakery or whatever. I don't know if I've seen the bakery, or if I did, she just wasn't there. But I would assume that's got to be in this area, right? Maybe. Anyway, before we go seeking her out, which again, she might be here somewhere, let's just chat with Livia. Hello.
Catch the drops of just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world. So this place accepts all the souls, but it does not notice the crowds that come.
So you say. Anyway, I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again. until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
I don't think I have an option. I just realized I have to be somewhere. Nah, sure. Let's listen.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
By all means, rest away, girl. You're welcome. Anything else we could do about that, or are we good now? I resolved a lead. That's the only thing that matters there, I suppose. Cool. Alright. Alright. Sounds good. A prototype. Prototype of what? Oh, prototype zipline. Oh. I gotcha. So that must be what's-his-face's house. Galerius. We need to talk to Galerius, actually. So anyway, I'm trying to find what's his name? Not Virgil. Well, wait, there's people hanging out here. Let's talk to them. Ratius, Rufius, Galerius, Decius. Okay, so these are all people. I don't really. I mean, I guess we could talk to Galerius.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Ever thought of running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But
I like how I'm talking to the back of his head.
Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me.
He's going to break the golden rule and kill us all.
And how could you know that? I mean, I don't like the man. I don't see how you could know a thing like that.
He plans to have Sentius executed for treason? Wait, he does? Man, I've never talked to Malleolus about any of this.
You overheard him say that? Oh, why does that not surprise me?
Man, I must have missed a whole thing when I started the election early and did not watch.
In that case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
Alright. So I gotta find a way to make Sentius not run. That's gonna be... or not Sentius, but Malleolus not run. That's gonna be a whole nother issue, I'm sure. Whoa!
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Who died? Who broke a rule? Oh, who broke the rule this time? Alright, so we are on a time limit. I wasn't sure if we were. I was kind of hoping that we would find that out eventually. Oh, here. Can we talk to him? No. Alright. Run, Sentius, run. Alright, so we are on a time limit for this. Confirmed. If you were wondering. This is the first time I actually caught him on his way here. Damn. R.I.P. homie. Alright. So we are on a time loop. Noted. That's okay. I wanted to do a new loop soon anyway, so I'm okay with it.